Okay, let's dive straight in. We're looking at Kia's newest electric vehicle to hit the Indian market, the Syros EV. It literally just launched, and right out of the gate, it's officially the brand's most affordable electric SUV ever. So, in this explainer, we're going to look right past the marketing hype. We'll use the hard data to see if this compact SUV is actually the game changer they claim it is. And to do that, well, we have to start with a number that completely flips the script. I mean, just look at that figure. 7.99 lakh. That's startling, right? To put that into perspective, a fully equipped electric SUV from a major manufacturer usually runs well into the double digits. But this absolute jaw-dropper of a base price is exactly how Kia is trying to hook the budget-conscious consumer. You know, the folks who have maybe been on the fence about going electric. But yeah, you don't just get a whole electric car outright for that price without a bit of an asterisk. So how exactly did they achieve this number?
Here is the catch, or actually, scratch that. It's more of a really clever workaround. It's called Battery as a Service, or BaaS. Basically, what's happening here is you're buying the chassis and the shell of the car, but you're renting the battery. This financing model uses dual loans, where the vehicle and the battery are financed completely separately. By treating the battery as a subscription rather than a massive fixed hardware costs, Kia is essentially hacking the upfront barrier to EV adoption. You get to drive the car home for a fraction of the cost, and you just pay a subscription fee for the power source over time. Pretty smart, right?
But wait, because it actually gets better. For a lot of buyers, the hesitation isn't just the initial price tag, it's battery anxiety. Like, what happens when it degrades? Well, to counter that fear, Kia is bundling a massive 15-year unlimited kilometer battery warranty for the first owner. 15 years! Add in an assured 80% buyback value after 3 years, plus their My Convenience E+ bundles that cover maintenance and roadside assistance, and yeah, they're heavily cushioning the financial leap into EV ownership.
Now, if you want the traditional, all-inclusive purchase, here's the ladder of variants. But let's zero in on the HTX ER, sitting right there in the middle. Priced at about 18 lakh, this is the absolute sweet spot. It gives you the larger 51.4 kilowatt-hour extended range battery, ventilated and powered seats, a panoramic sunroof, and 17-inch wheels. It gives you the best balance of range and luxury without completely maxing out your budget.
So, let's move on to Section 1, Battery and Range, and how exactly they're powering the Syros EV.
If you opt for that 51.4 kilowatt-hour extended range battery we just talked about, Kia boasts a claimed MIDC range of 526 kilometers. That is the highest in its segment. But let's be real for a second and talk real-world expectations. In daily mixed driving conditions, you're realistically looking at a highly respectable 360 to 430 kilometers, which honestly is still plenty for a week of commuting without constantly checking your range gauge. And when you do finally need the plug-in, it's fast. The Syros EV supports 100 kilowatt DC fast charging. So if you pull up to a compatible high-speed charger, you can juice this liquid-cooled battery from 10 to 80% in just about 39 minutes. If you're charging at home using the 10.8 kilowatt AC onboard charger, a full 10 to 100% charge will take roughly 4.5 hours. Plus, as an owner, you get access to Kia's K-Charge network, which gives you over 20,000 charging points right through their app.
All right, Section 2, Distinctive Exterior. Let's talk about that boxy SUV stance.
The Syros inherits its upright, boxy silhouette from its internal combustion twin. But look closely at the digital tiger face. That closed-off front end and flush door handles are a dead giveaway of its EV DNA. That extra EV grille cladding improves aerodynamics, perfectly complementing those sleek handles that sit flush against the bodywork. It just looks thoroughly modern, especially sitting on those uniquely designed aerodynamic alloy wheels.
And you know, going budget-friendly definitely doesn't mean sacrificing aesthetics. Just notice the stark contrast here between the aggressive matte graphite and the really elegant glacier white pearl. Kia is offering a surprisingly diverse color palette for this segment. They've even got vibrant options like magma red and frost blue, allowing you to really personalize your vehicle's futuristic vibe.
Moving right along to Section 3.
Inside the tech cabin. Time to explore this futuristic interior. This right here is the absolute centerpiece of the interior. Kia calls it the Trinity Panoramic Display. You're looking at dual 12.3-inch screens that merge the digital instrument cluster with the infotainment system, alongside a 5-inch HVAC control panel. It's all powered by Kia Connect 2.0, giving you over 95 connected features, over-the-air updates, and remote climate and charging controls. And if you go for the higher trims, you're treated to an 8-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, 64-color ambient lighting, and those awesome ventilated and powered front seats.
I absolutely have to call out this fantastic feature too.
The Syros EV includes a built-in dual-camera digital dashcam. This is such an incredible value add for the segment. It completely eliminates the need for those messy aftermarket wires strung across your dashboard like a bowl of spaghetti. You just have integrated recording for total peace of mind, right from day one.
Shifting gears, literally, take a look at the steering column-mounted EV gear shifter. By moving the shifter to the column, Kia frees up a massive amount of space in the center console. And through the steering wheel controls, you manage the single front-mounted motor's power. Depending on the battery, you're getting either 133 or 169 brake horsepower. The paddle shifters also let you dial in the regenerative braking, all the way up to I-pedal mode. That allows for pure one-pedal driving right from the wheel. Honestly, if you've ever been stuck in bumper-to-bumper city traffic, you know exactly how much of a lifesaver that is.
Okay, Section 4, Safety and ADAS. Let's talk about protecting your family. Now, you might be wondering if a $7.99 Lakh entry price means compromised safety. Well, you can rest easy. 6 airbags come standard across the entire range, from the absolute bare-bones base model all the way up to the top-tier X line. So cabin occupant protection remains a huge priority. And it's definitely worth noting that the related internal combustion Syros holds a 5-star Bharat NCAP rating. Now, this specific EV variant hasn't been separately crash-tested just yet, but the foundation is rock solid.
Beyond just crash safety, you also get premium daily conveniences. We're talking an electronic parking brake with auto hold, electronic stability control, and hill start assist to really take the friction out of urban commuting. It even features a tire pressure monitoring system to make maneuvering and parking an absolute breeze.
But if you want cutting-edge active safety, you'll need to look at the front-mounted camera module. This powers the Level 2 Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS. However, here's the kicker. These 16 functions, which include things like forward collision avoidance for cars, pedestrians, and cyclists, smart cruise control with stop and go, and lane keep assist, they are reserved strictly for the top-tier X-line trim.
Finally, Section 5, the final verdict. Let's answer the big question. Is it worth it?
Looking at the whole picture, the pros are undeniably strong. You get a segment-leading 526-kilometer claimed range, a class-shattering 15-year battery warranty that virtually eliminates ownership anxiety, and a cabin that's tech-rich and spacious even at the lower trims. On the flip side, though, early reports indicate the ride is on the firmer side. Also, there is absolutely no all-wheel drive option since it's strictly front-wheel drive. And as we just saw, if you want those advanced Level 2 ADAS safety features, you're basically forced to pay top dollar for the highest trim. Still, considering the whole shebang, this is easily one of the most compelling EV options in India right now.
So, I want to leave you with a question to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. Take a hard look at your own driving habits. Does a massive 526-kilometer segment-leading range and a high-tech cabin overcome the lack of an all-wheel drive option for your specific daily commute? For urban warriors, the answer is likely a resounding yes. But the final decision, as always, rests on exactly what you need out of your next vehicle. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the Kia Syros EV. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.